store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the block.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. Still going. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They begin with a run by Miller. Given 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. To throw is Shuck. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes they neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on, reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
The Saints at 500, sitting at 5-5. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down.
A play fake. Now Penix. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at the Saints defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll throw with Penix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Throwing, Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition.
recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
Parker, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here's a screen for Robinson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Saints, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Chuck now to throw. There's Chris Olave. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Saints 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team moves it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
They suspected it was a power play in the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 8. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. 23 yards to pick up there.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Penix working out of the gun here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3rd and 2. Robinson up the middle. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and is stopping short of first.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now it's Miller running right. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option. That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Let's go. Go. That's out wide for Palmer. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw, Penix. Short throw, caught by Pitts. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Saints
To throw now, Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Shuck. Underneath for Miller. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up second down.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. A handoff running left is Miller. And he is going to have the Saints first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Rob has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Olave hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Second and 3. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down in the Falcons' 35. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. They set up the screen to Miller. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Shuck looking to throw once more. He'll try and do this himself. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quote unquote. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A play fake. Now Penix. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 101 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Adam Penn back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Throwing, Shuck. And he rifles one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him, but his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Running left is Miller. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Y'all got to pop my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. He made no power. I'm so dangerous. Y'all talk already.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Quick throw to Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Shuck now to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. According to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6
That was a nice
yards
job
to go.
defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only 1 timeout. Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Demario Davis there on the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
At the Saints' 46-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Now he'll tuck this and run. That one deep for London. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Penix. But it's caught. Tompkins. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Penix. And complete to Drake London. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a Falcon first down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw with Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
To the air, Penix. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Penix. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Whistles now in a timeout. Defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 29-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 7. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for New Orleans, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Man, I got this swag. My hand up to my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My hand up to my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. But man, I got that swag when I serve. Now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, big polo on my